Hi, and welcome to HUR at Home. It is music night. We've been talking about this for the last 2 weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has arrived. Our girl is here with us tonight. Oh my gosh, we love her so much. Her voice is just golden. She's a singer, songwriter, composer, arranger, pianist, and also a very funny lady. If you know her, you already know what I'm talking about. Here she is, ladies and gentlemen, my friend, Avery Sunshine.
You see, I had to take a photo of this, right? We're like, this is huge. Do you know who you are? Let me, so smile the cheese. Do you know who you are?
Who you are. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. You are Miss Avery Sunshine. I am so happy to see you, lady.
Oh, thank
It's
you
been a
so much.
while.
It's been since 1990. Then we say
It's
anything that happened before the pandemic. If you ask me what year it was, 1992.
Oh my gosh, it feels like it, right? I think
It
the
does.
last time I saw you, you were a part of the Phyllis Hyman tribute for
Yes.
Capitol Jazz Fest.
Which was such an honor for me. An honor for me. But that was in 1998.
It seems like it. It really does. It had to be, was it 2019,
I think
2018? I
it
don't
had to
know.
be 2019. It
Yeah.
had to be 2019 to feel like
But
everything.
you've been busy. I mean, so first of all,
Yes,
through this pandemic, a lot of people have found other wonderful things that they can do, and you are one of them.
yes, I have.
So, you
Listen,
know,
you get a chance to sit down. Our friends call it one of my and somebody I know that you know and love, Eric Roberson. He was like, if we do not come out of the pandemic better than how we went into it, we've missed an opportunity.
yeah,
So he was we're really close. So we talk all the time. My husband and his wife, his family. So we're always on the phone. And I
I
was like,
love
you
it.
know what? Let me all the stuff that I've been talking about doing and haven't had time to do because I've been on the road
Yes.
or whatever else. I got time. Let me go ahead and do this lipstick line. This
Yes.
turned into eyelashes and liners, and I think I'm gonna leave it at that. But it's Lou Mac Beauty in honor of my great grandmother. Um,
Oh, I
yes,
wondered where the name came from.
yes, Lou Mack, and she was a Pentecostal preacher, a single parent, and she was a nursemaid.
Oh,
And never wore a stitch of makeup. But she was a property owner. The thing about her, and I've got photos on the Lumac website and on Avery Sunshine too. There are photos I found of my great grandmother holding white people's children, right, while my grandmother was nowhere in the photo, right.
wow.
So we have black folks, and it's something that we know holding up everybody else while ours go unattended,
Yeah,
right, so that we could take care of them.
that's right.
And it seeing those pictures struck a chord in me because she's taking care, doing what she has to do to take care of my grandmother, and here I am, a product of her, and I was afraid to show my to wear bright lipstick because
Really?
I was afraid of the fullness of my lips. I thought my lips were too big. Angela, you hear me?
And now if everybody's paying good money for lips like that.
Very careful. How could I not honor the woman whom I look like, who took care of other people's children to take care, to make sure that I even got here. You know what I mean?
Beautiful thing.
So every time I wear a bold lip, it's in honor of my great grandmother
I love it. And you know what's so funny? I mentioned earlier that I mean, your sense of humor is one of the things. Of course, I love your voice and I love
Oh,
you as a person, but you are so funny. And I stalk you. I stalk, the people I love. I stalk them on Instagram. And you're so hilarious. You'll show up looking, a little busted, not busted, but
damn,
intentionally
Angela,
just
can
a
you say
little. I mean, you say it. You say it. And then
But
you'll say, okay.
I ain't never said I look busted.
No,
Damn.
no, no. You never said, but I remember there was one. No, listen. There was one of your pictures and you said it was so hilarious. You were like, look at this. And then you did the transformation. I think it was for your makeup.
It probably was because I was.
It was
I
hilarious. I mean, you never look, and that's what I wrote on there. It's like, girl, you couldn't look busted if you tried.
but that's precisely why I do that so that we all know this stuff is cool. This is extra, but we are
Yeah,
beautiful without this.
naturally. Yeah, yeah,
Naturally, yeah, this
yeah.
stuff is, you but the truth of the matter is that the people who really, my husband, the thing that I was doing it for, oh my God, I need to look good for my husband's like, can you take that stuff off because I can't get to you.
Isn't that right? That's how it goes. You know what? And speaking of your husband, I love your love affair with Dana.
Oh,
You
my
guys.
sweetie.
Oh, you're so sweet.
My
So, two musicians, well, actually three. You had your son. You guys do live
So
music.
you saw it.
Yes. I mean, tell us about that. I mean, just being able to work with your family like
Yeah.
that and being able to vibe and do music. What does that mean to you?
So our family is blended. So Dana had a son, and I had a daughter and a son. And so now that we blended, our kids are 21, 20, and 19.
Oh,
Back to
perfect.
back, right? Whoever thought that we would be creating in this way? Whoever
Mm,
thought when Dana and I got married, it was frightening to think, how is this thing going to work?
yeah.
And it's just one of those things that's something that was certainly made and orchestrated in heaven. And
Yeah.
I am grateful to God
Oh,
for it.
yeah.
When I tease, and Dana gets on my nerves. He gets on my nerves, but Dana is one of the most amazing things that gifts that God has given me. And
Mm,
he loves my biological children
oh,
just
this-
like like they are his biological children and vice versa. So that is a gift that I did pray for that. God, please, whoever I'm with, please let them love my kids like can we please do that? Because
yes.
they didn't ask to be in this space like this. So God just sent us somebody who loves not just me, but loves them too.
How
And then
beautiful.
we get to see that and do that on stage. And so we do, and then our baby boy, he's leaving for to do an exchange program in Valencia, Spain. He leaves in
Oh,
a few days for 4 months. He's a student at Berkeley School of Music in Boston. And
ah,
so, with the support of Dana, his stepfather, but we don't say stepfather, but that's what it is.
yeah.
But with the support, yeah, it is for those who understand. It's a huge deal to put your families together like that, and the people that you've blended with support and
Yeah.
love on your kid, and if something happens to you, your kid's gonna be all right.
Yeah. It's not a given. It
It's
is
not a
not,
given. It's not
but
a
it's such a
given.
blessing. Uh,
So
Avery, just I've followed your career for a very long time and watched you just blossom and grow and even at this point, and a lot of people know your name, say your name,
I
they
don't
love
know.
you and love your music. And I'm just so proud of you. And just, the more people who discover you, it's a blessing for them. And it's no secret, just listening to you perform. I remember I was watching, it could have been Cayman Kelly's, one of his posts where you're doing something over there with him.
Yeah.
And it was actually another singer was on doing something. Oh gosh, who was it? And
Was it Fantasia?
it was Fantasia. And Fantasia called you from the audience. And
Well,
it
no,
was
no, it was Cayman's out of order self. That's who
was
it
it
was.
him who did
I
it?
can say I can say that about my brother. He was interviewing
Beautiful.
Fantasia, and I love. He is uh, real, just exactly who he appears to be.
Yeah,
That's who he is. Just a
yeah. I
beautiful
love him.
human.
Yeah.
And in a moment when I wanted to be in the back in the dark.
That's what
I just
you
want to
say,
be
like, I'm
by.
just here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just kind of want to do this and get on out of the way. This is her time. And he was like, Fantasia, Avery Sunshine sitting over there. Avery, come do. I was like, you can't do that. And
Right.
That's one of those moments that that I'm grateful that God used somebody to orchestrate a larger picture than, I mean, to paint a larger picture than what I could have even imagined. I would have never done that. And
And for those who didn't witness it, this was Fantasia is getting ready, it was her moment.
it was her
She's up there
moment.
being interviewed, but it was so perfect
It
to
was.
call Avery Sunshine up to just bless us with, you were on piano and singing this gorgeous song. It was a gospel song. What did you sing? Do you even remember?
In his arms. I do that at my shows. I'm honored to have recorded that song. That song was written by Darius Brooks. He wrote that song for the Chicago Thompson Community Singers,
Okay.
Chicago, and I that was one of the songs that I sang growing up. That's what I would teach choirs, and I would get other people to do the lead because I was either playing piano or directing. And my mother, you gotta put a gospel song on your record. You can't. So I put that on there, and I had no idea the impact that
Oh,
I knew how it impacted me, which is why I put it on there.
everyone.
But I
It
had no
touched
idea what
your
it would
soul.
do. I
Oh,
didn't even like,
so
I have to
powerful.
tell you, I didn't even, which is so funny. I didn't like how I sounded on the recording. I didn't like how I sounded in the video. And those are the moments. That's what's so interesting about God. The things that we think are beautiful, the
They're
things that
beautiful. Yeah.
y- you would be surprised. There are
Yes.
songs that I've recorded that I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm the only one who likes it. That's the best performance I've ever had. And nobody says anything about it. Nobody
Yeah.
cares. But the
Yeah.
one that I'm like, oh, I ain't like, oh, that's the one. So
You
I'm
feel it.
always humbled. I'm always humbled
Mm.
and reminded to allow spirit to move and not me. Those
Isn't
are the
it
moments
something?
that reminds me. Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's so beautiful. And I just always wanted to ask you just how important are the gospel roots, even to your R&B musical career?
Well, I mean, it's the same thing. The
Mm.
words are different.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
As long as we uh we perpetuate this separation, it's gonna, people are gonna be like, well, what are you? I sing soul music. That means it's gospel, it's R&B. I might sing about Dana right now, and in 30 seconds, hallelujah. It's the same. I might have a drink and then sing. It's all the same.
Right.
And the truth is, Angela, like I know the same folks that are jamming with us on Saturday night are the same folks that get up and go to church or whatever it is, or acknowledge a being. We are not different.
Yeah. And you're right. There needs to be no separation. And it's so funny that you say that it's all soul music. And a lot of the greats acknowledge you, Avery Sunshine, as bringing it. And, we're all talking about her lately because a movie just came out about her
And
life.
and
The
she
Queen of
they couldn't
Soul.
have picked a better person. Let me tell you, and I ain't seen it yet, but
Me either, but I'm gonna.
I
But
certainly
the
know that
Queen of
Jennifer.
Soul herself acknowledged you.
Oh, listen,
And
look, I got excited and moved out the camera frame. Let me get back so I can get it
come
focused again.
back.
Let me get it focused. Dana, I didn't mess up the focus. He gonna get it right. Listen, I didn't mess up the dad blasted focus. I don't know how to do this. And
Just keep talking, girl. We'll get the focus. It'll come in focus.
listen, damn it, I messed it. But first of all, to be acknowledged, I'm gonna text him, tell him come fix the focus. But to be acknowledged by the Queen of
Mm.
Soul first and
Oh,
foremost is, and I mean, twice in one year she
oh,
invited me personally to perform for her. And look, you know what's so good about her? I always tell this story. She wouldn't write the checks to my company. Like we like to have our she wrote it to Denise White.
she's going by your
Okay,
government.
that's what your mama come here, come here. That's what your mama named. She didn't even say it, but you just figured that's what it was when she gave you a check. She took a check. If I had a piece of paper, I'd show you. She took a check out of her bra. She walked up to me. Walked with me on stage and did like this. And she danced up the stage while we were singing and gave me. Well, so I'm singing the song and I'm playing and trying to sing. So I take the check. Okay.
What are you gonna say? Thank you.
Hey, what you gonna say? Nothing.
What
But
about
thank
what about Patti LaBelle? What about
you.
Patti LaBelle?
She is another she's another one of those human beings who is exactly like she appears to be. It's
Mm,
not smoke and mirrors, it's not
yeah.
Showtime, it's not Hollywood. She is as beautiful as she is talented. I mean, her spirit, she's beautiful too, but her every she's just even something as simple as the way she hugs you, she means it.
I love that.
And it's such an honor in any moment, and I was able to honor her at the BMI. I just was talking about this R&B, the BMI R&B Hip Hop Awards in 2017 here in
Mm,
Atlanta, and I
goodness gracious.
and I sang "Love, Need, and Want You, Baby." So y'all,
Woo!
I'm from Chester, PA, 9 miles south of Philly. So that's home. So to walk on stage in Atlanta and all these folks are there and my mama's sitting there and I'm singing the song that I used to sing in the mirror when I was listening to the radio at home in my mother's beauty salon, standing in the mirror with a
Mm,
brush. And I'm
okay.
singing Patti LaBelle songs and I'm able to sing that to
Mm,
and for her in honor.
oh,
That,
uh,
you
oh
know,
my God. Yeah, I can't even imagine getting
it,
through it without like
oh,
crying and just,
come on. It was otherworldly for me. It
you know,
was.
and listening to you sing, Denise, Avery, Sunshine, whatever you want me to call you. I mean, there are people, young and old, who feel that way about you and
Right.
your gift. And have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about once you reach, the age that the Patti LaBelles and the Aretha Franklin reached,
Yeah.
like what do you think they're going to say about you?
I
You ever
don't
think about
know.
that?
I don't know. It's so strange because listen, in a hot minute, I'm gonna be 50.
In
So
a
it's
hot minute.
hot,
Okay.
hot. I
But
mean, it's
look
hot.
at good girl. The genetics are real.
It's real. But and
Thank you.
I mean a hot minute. I don't know. I certainly hope that they hear honesty
Yeah.
in my voice. I hope they hear that I wasn't trying to sound like anybody else. I was just, I clearly am the product of everything I've ever heard. Right? We all are. Everything that's ever we've ever experienced. We're a product of that. But in that I have my own thing, and I hope that inspires somebody. I hope that they hear that. Be exactly who you are. If that's Joe Cocker singing, and I remember hearing, I was like, "Oh God, can y'all turn?" But every time I look, he'd be like on TV or something. I was like, "What is it? What?"
Right.
And then there was this one day I heard him again, and I was like, "I get it. He's the only person in the world that sounds like him."
How about that? How about that? And just like you said, you're the product of everyone you've heard, but then the
Yeah.
whole thing is figuring out your own voice.
Yes.
And
Yes.
you've done that, and it cuts through, and we feel it, and we
Yes, we are.
absolutely love you. And that's if you're singing, that's if you're doing one of your lives, that's if you're on stage. And you just did, oh, I wanted to ask you, you
Yeah.
just did Louisville the other night, right?
Louis, listen,
Or
Louis.
Louisville. Let me
Oh,
say it.
that's right. I'm sorry. I got it wrong too. Louisville. Louisville. Let me tell you
How
about
was that?
absolutely freaking fantastic. They don't play any games from the top of the show to the end of the show. They own 10, just
Oh, I
ready to
love
get it.
that.
And so our baby, the baby boy played, he had to fill in for me on drums.
Woo!
It, he, he was fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
And I say that because, I mean, kids, I had to talk crazy to him at the rehearsal the night before. I said, "And I'm your mama, but you can't just be coming in here and you got to know, and he's just
Business.
listen, he's the sweetest kid in the world." So he's just sitting there, he's looking at me, blinking.
Oh,
And he looked at Dana like, "Okay, but I'm gonna show her." When I say he played the stew out of that show,
God.
they gave him a standing ovation. It was
Oh.
a beautiful, it's a
Oh my
beautiful way for us to, especially those of us who ain't been on the road, to move back
right. That's what
into
I
performance.
mean, getting back out there.
Oh, God.
Hmm.
But you know what's hard? I was not being able to be with the fans though, and
Yeah.
not knowing that, because we're all kind of figuring it out. And there were, a couple people who went to grab my arm, and I was like, oh Lord, I don't, please know that I only did that because that COVID is happening, and I
Right.
don't know. And then then I think they snapped up too,
COVID.
like COVID. And I think they realized it too, like, oh my God, it
Yeah.
is. We're still, stuff is
Yeah.
still
It's a
boiling.
thing. I mean, because I'm a hugger, but not anymore.
Oh,
I have to
me
stop
not.
myself.
It's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. It's hard.
I'm a
It's
hugger.
hard.
I'm side kisser, all of
Yeah.
that.
Me
Like,
too.
whoa, we
Yeah.
can't
But
do that.
you gotta stop yourself. But I'm so happy that you're back out there doing your thing, blessing us with that beautiful soul of yours, that beautiful music, that beautiful voice. Keep doing what you're doing. We'll keep following your lives. So tell us all the places to find you for the makeup, for your lives, your website, all of that.
Yes,
Tell us.
AverySunshine.com houses all of that stuff. So if you go there, you'll see LumacBeauty.com. You'll see the HeySunshineShow.com, which we do every Tuesday and Thursday. On Tuesdays, you get to see me recording this album that I've been recording since 1998.
Everything happens in the 90s.
Everything happened in the 90s. I told you, after the pandemic, everything that has happened in the 90s, because I don't remember anything.
Right.
So you get to see. So Tuesday nights you get to see me record. As a matter of fact, we're going on a short hiatus, but tomorrow, whenever one of these weeks, I don't know. On Tuesdays you see me recording. On Thursdays we interview amazing people like you. So I'll have to interview you
I
at some
love
point, and then you teach. You have to work with me on my interview skills because you have that voice. You've got that
that.
that golden sunshiny voice, and I'm working on it. So I don't have that voice, Angela. Listen, let me tell you something. I would be in the other room and you would come on Video Soul. Huh?
Oh my gosh, we're going back. Everything happened in the 90s.
Everything happened in the 90s.
Everything.
You would come on. I would hear you and run and slide down the hall, hurt myself, trying to get to the TV.
Yay. I love those days. I cherish those days.
I know you
From
do.
Video Soul to Screen Scene to Bet on Jazz.
Absolutely. You did bet on jazz, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. There was, and it started out, it was Ramsey Lewis, Lou Rawls, and myself. And, we each had our own nights. Oh my gosh, I miss that. And you know how it is with jazz. There's a core audience who absolutely loves it, but unfortunately it didn't get the advertising support that it so deserved. So
Yes.
unfortunately it went away, but that's okay. I mean,
We
still
have to
love
talk
jazz.
about that. We certainly have to talk about that on our show, and the importance of jazz and how it's
Oh
shifting and changing, and
oh
even
yeah.
the titles that we are trying to have been. That's not new, right? Duke Ellington
So
was
many
like, "Y'all
things.
not gonna be calling this stuff no bebop and changing it all around."
Right. Yeah.
But we
And the
have
complexion. We have to talk about the complexion of
to
jazz.
come on.
We got to have this talk. Thank you. Oh, I need some tea.
The complexion of R&B.
Thank you. So
See, I'll be trying.
we got to talk. We got to talk. But in the meantime, we're going to follow you. We're going to get your lipstick. I need that. Like that lipstick right there is so gorgeous.
This one's Call My Name, and I'm wearing a nice.
Oh my gosh. Are they all song titles?
Yeah, abso-freaking-lutely. So this one's Call My Name. Then we have Sweet Afternoon Orange. We have
Oh my gosh.
I've got some nudes that are coming. I've got Miss Lucky from the new album that we've got coming out. And that's more like a purpley, plummy kind of, we got Clear, Sunshine.
That's beautiful. That's the sunshine. Let the sunshine shine through. Oh, you know what? Wait. Oh, lashes.
Oh, y'all got lashes too?
You are coming back because you're going to be in the DMV in December. So we're going to do this again. And
but be in the DMV before that.
When?
Capital Jazz.
So that's coming right up. Oh, that's coming right up. Okay, so we'll see you. That's going to be when this airs. That's going to be this weekend.
That's
We'll see you this weekend, Cap Jazz. Oh yeah. So we're not going to say goodbye. We're going to see you in a couple days.
See you in a couple days.
Yay!
And if you're going to be there, I'll bring you some. If you're going to be there, I'll bring you some. Okay.
Bring me some. I will be there.
All right, I'll look for you.
My lips will be nude waiting for my sunshine.
I'm trying to tell you. Mwah!
Thank you so much. You
Thank
are the
you.
best.
Thank you. That means so much, and so are you. Thank you for taking the time with me. I appreciate that.
Oh, no, I'm saying the same to you. Thank you for taking the time. Just from the comments section, the fans are loving on you. I want everybody to go to averysunshine.com. That's
That's
right?
that's perfect.
Okay, yay. All right, we'll see you in a couple of days.
See you in a couple days. Love you. Mwah!
Love you too. Wow, everybody, thank you so much for joining us tonight. HUR at home. You can tell I love this woman. And make sure you go to her website. You can go to averysunshine.com and check out all the wonderful things that she is doing. Thanks for joining us here on HUR at Home. Make sure you check out Pillow Talk with Angela this Sunday night at midnight, right after my friend Nancy Pullen and the Original Quiet Storm on your favorite station, the #1 music station in the DMV. That's 96.3 WHUR. And make sure you follow us on social media. That's at WHUR-FM and also at Angela Stribling on all platforms. Have a great night. Thank you.